Hey guys, if you are over 33, there are about 6 powerful and exciting ways that quitting smoking or vaping can help increase your performance. Pretty exciting, huh? So, I want to get into those 6 ways as well as how to kick your smoking or vaping habit to the curb. I want to give you a few powerful tips. My name is Rita Black. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, smoking cessation specialist, the creator of Smoke Free 123, and I'm also a former pack and a half a day smoker. So let's just dive into these 6 reasons, shall we? Okay, reason number 1 is quitting smoking or vaping is going to increase your ability to be awesome at physical activity. It's going to really increase your physical activity performance. Why? Well, this is probably one of the most obvious ones because it's going to increase the blood flow to your heart. Your lungs are going to feel better. You're going to be able to immediately feel awesome out there on the basketball court, in the gym, surfing, doing whatever you love to do out in the world, moving powerfully. Because when you're in your 20s, you can smoke 1-2 packs of cigarettes a day, and the bounce back is the next day you could go run a marathon. But as we get into our 30s, 40s, 50s, things slow down, our bodies change, and you really feel the impact so much more after like a night of partying and smoking a lot, or just, smoking more, especially once you get into your 40s and 50s and your hormones are really changing. So obviously becoming a non-smoker or putting the vape down is going to really help you get back on point with your work out harder, work out better. It's going to be awesome. All right. Number 2, it's going to actually help you perform better at work by being a non-smoker. I work with a lot of executives and CEOs who will admit to me that they're like, I'm sitting in that meeting, I'm thinking about when in the hell am I going to get out there and smoke a cigarette? Or I'll be at my desk and I'll be trying to think of something and my brain will keep telling me to go smoke a cigarette or to go vape or to, especially with the cigarettes, most people have to go down and leave the office. But now with vaping, sometimes offices are banning vaping and they have to go to the bathroom to vape and hide out there or go outside and vape. So it becomes very distracting because the dopamine center in the brain, when it expects a cigarette or expects you to vape, will bug you for it. It will keep, it's time to smoke. It's time to smoke. It's time to smoke. It's really kind of annoying. So what happens is you have to leave, or it distracts your brain, and so you're unable to focus. You aren't unable to be completely focused at your meeting or focused at your work. So that is one of the ways that becoming a non-smoker is going to help you. It's going to help you stay more present and connected at work, where you won't be distracted by that little dopamine brain always bugging you to go out for a smoke. Now, the third thing that quitting smoking or vaping will do as far as your performance is concerned is actually increase your fertility. That's right. They have shown that many studies have been done on this and have shown that a lot of times smokers, vapors have lower sperm count, that it impacts sperm mobility, and it also can fracture DNA. So that's some of the reasons on the man side, and also secondhand smoke can also impact your partner in that they have seen that women who are inhaling secondhand smoke can have a lower egg count when they're doing in vitro fertility. So definitely if you're struggling getting pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant down the road, or you and your partner, becoming a non-smoker is going to be really beneficial for you and in becoming a father and putting more of you out into the world. So the other thing, now this is maybe for you guys who are a little older, in your 40s, 50s, 60s. I have a lot of clients who are in their 50s and 60s, and this is really impactful for them to know that smoking has now been linked with Alzheimer's and dementia. So definitely the impact of smoking can impact your memory down the road. So obviously becoming a non-smoker is going to help you stay healthy, and your brain health is going to stay intact longer, so you can remember your life and remember and enjoy life far, far, far into your 80s, 90s, 100s as a non-smoker. Now things are going to get really exciting, because I'm going to reveal number 5, which is stopping smoking or vaping can improve your love life, the performance of your love life. Okay, so how does it improve it? Well, it actually does it in a couple of ways. One, if you are a single gent, you may be looking for a lady or another gentleman online on a dating site, and a lot of people are now checking that non-smoker box when they're looking for a significant other. So definitely by becoming a non-smoker, you're widening the playing field as to which partners might be interested in being with you. Many of my clients here in Los Angeles are saying they're either hiding the fact that they're smoking, or, just wanting to become a non-smoker so that they have a more variety of people to choose from, because they don't want to be dating a smoker either. The other thing is, and I will just, guys, becoming a non-smoker obviously can improve, not to say that you are not fantastic in the bedroom, but there could be even more fantasticness going on, perhaps, by becoming a non-smoker, because smoking does decrease blood flow to your extremities, all extremities included, and it also impairs testosterone. Smoking does impair your hormones to a certain degree, and especially over the age of 33, that's when our hormones really start to change. So definitely becoming a non-smoker will give you a little more, well, not to say you don't already have some zing going on in the bedroom, but add some more zing to your zang, and give you more bang for your buck by becoming a non-smoker. And speaking of bucks, I'm going to move on from that comment really quickly, is becoming a non-smoker is going to help your financial performance. Because if you think about it, guys, especially those of you in your 30s and maybe in your early 40s, if you invested $10 a day, which you might be if you're smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, or, buying vape pods, if you invested that in the market, by the time that you're in your 50s, you could be a millionaire by just putting that money aside from becoming a non-smoker. So you could, just becoming a non-smoker could increase your financial performance, 10, 20 fold. I don't know all the numbers. I'm not going to get into compounding interest, but maybe you get what I'm talking about. And those of you older gents who are in your 50s and 60s, hey, come on, you could probably retire earlier just by becoming a non-smoker. I mean, if you are smoking a pack a day, and if you're spending $10 a day or somewhere near there, that's almost $3,500 a year in savings. Think of what you could do. That's a nice vacation. That's, a couple of car payments or a few car payments, depending on where you live. That's a pretty good earning right there. That's a little additional retirement pension, if you know what I mean. So definitely becoming a non-smoker or vapor could improve your financial performance. So now let's get into some ways that you guys can all become a non-smoker. I think we give smoking so much power. And if you're a powerful guy out in the world, that's probably the last thing you want to do. Now, the first thing that I would say is I get it. I smoked for years, and smoking was my buddy. And that's, a lot of guys come to me, they're like, I have been with cigarettes longer than I've been with a lot of women, longer than I have been, other than my parents, like one of the longest term relationships that I've had. And I get it, smoking is a buddy. And especially in our 20s, when we're like insecure and our 20s are so crazy, we really lean in on the cigarettes, on the vape, because we feel, like I'm stressed out, I need to smoke. I need a vape because I've got social anxiety. But as we get into our 30s and 40s, the buddy becomes the bully. And what I mean by that is smoking is very abusive. It abuses your body, first of all. So if you had a friend, just think about a buddy, like I'm sure you've had friends in your life who you really admired, or mentors that you looked up to, and then one day you kind of saw them differently. I'm sure you've had that experience where, one day you were just like, you're not really my friend. And smoking really is like that. Vaping is really like that. It seems really great until it's not. And then all of a sudden, that buddy is pushing you around, decreasing your performance in all these areas of your life. Imagine a friend coming and asking you for $10 a day, and then he's like, yeah, dude, I'm not going to be paying you back. You know what I mean? Like, that would kind of piss me off. And then the other thing is, what if this buddy was saying, and you cannot live without me? Yeah, you can't live without me. See, because smoking can own us, vaping can own us. And could you imagine a person doing that? You would be like kicking them to the curb, right? So, that's one thing. You want to start to look at these cigarettes or your vape like, yeah, you're really not my friend. You kind of are the enemy. The next thing you want to do is just take your power back. From the very first cigarette or the very first vape we smoke, we smoke that cigarette and our brain says, oh, I need that cigarette to hang out with my friends. Oh, now I need that cigarette to drive. Now I need that cigarette to wake up in the morning. Now I need it when I drink and hang out with my buddies. Now I need it to work. Now I need it to go to bed at night. And we continually give cigarettes the power until we become, like, pardon my French, the bitch of our cigarettes or bitch of our vape. I've had grown men admit to me that they've screamed and cried, howling, running around their house trying to find their jewel. So, it's a pretty serious thing that, we give a lot of power. So, it's time for you to take your power back. And what you want to do is make that decision. It really comes down to, guys, I can talk to you because, guys make decisions. Like, make that decision like, I'm done. I'm done. Because once your brain has decided, it can take your power back. But you've got to make that decision. Now, the third thing is you need to believe in yourself. And I know that might sound like California woo-woo stuff, but I just mean that, look, before you started smoking or vaping, you didn't need a cigarette or a vape for anything. And then you started smoking and you started giving your power away, or you started vaping and you started giving your power away. And there is a part of your brain, this little parasite in your brain, that will always convince you, oh, you need to smoke. Oh, you love smoking. No, you don't. You really, the real you, it feels controlled by them. That feels like, you can feel the impact. And even if you don't feel the impact, you're worried about health risks cropping up down the road. So you have a non-smoker brain and you have a smoker brain or a vapor brain. And the moment you take over and become a non-smoker and start using your non-smoker brain, that smoker brain will quickly go away. But you need to believe in yourself and believe that I can do this. You absolutely can. Don't continue to give your power and health and money and memory and work and enjoyment of being full of life in your body over to cigarettes or the vape. You don't need to. You've got this. So make that decision. I'm done. Kick that old buddy who's now the bully to the curb and become a non-smoker. And if you'd like my help, I actually have a free masterclass called How to Quit Smoking or Vaping Without Cravings, Withdrawal, or Weight Gain. You can sign up below. It's absolutely free. Come and find out more about how to put smoking in your past so you can move forward into your powerful future. And I will look forward to seeing you in class.